Hello, my name is Julie Dries. I'm the children's librarian at the Harrison Township Public Library. Welcome to this episode of Reading ABCs. In Reading ABCs, we celebrate a different letter of the alphabet each time, and we learn a little bit about the letter, we do a story, we do some songs, and we always start off with doing all of our ABCs. So, can you help me sing our ABC song? I'll point to the letters and you sing with me. Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Did you sing with me? Thank you so much for singing with me. Let's put our letter line away now and see which one of the letters we are going to be looking at today. You can see it behind me, and this is our letter today. If you know it, say it. Do you know what this letter is? It is the letter H. Is that what you said? This is our letter H. So we're going to sing our song about what is our letter today. Sing with me if you know this one. What is our letter today? What is our letter today? H is our letter today. H is our letter today. What is our letter today? What is our letter today? H is our letter today. H is our letter today. And let's take a look at all the exciting things that we can learn about the letter H. So the letter H, we have a capital H, or the uppercase H, and we also have the small h, the lowercase h, our little h. And they look a little bit different from each other. The capital H, we can see here when we make our H, it's straight lines. And it's two straight lines with a line in between, straight across in the middle. So when we make it, we make 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do some finger writing today. You get your fingers ready with me to make the letter H. When we make our lines, we start up at the top of our paper where we're writing, and we go down. So let's make our first line say 1. Now move over a little bit and say 2. Now we have to make the line in the middle connecting them, right? 3. Try it again. 1, 2, 3. That's how we make our capital H. When you get done today, maybe you can get out some crayons, pencils, markers, even some fun stuff like shaving cream that you can draw in. If mom and dad let you do that, that's a fun thing that's pretty easy to clean up. But it's fun to make the letters after you learn how. Are you ready to make the lowercase h with me, or the small h? This one is a little bit different. It starts off with our line just like the other one, our stick that starts at the top and goes down. But then we come back up about halfway and we make a hump. See that? So it goes 1 and 2. See if you can do that with me. Get your finger ready up at the top. We're going to go 1. Now come up and make a hump. Did you do it? Let's try it again. Start at the top. Go down 1 and make a hump. There you go. That is the small h, or the lowercase h. Now, we know that every letter makes a sound, right? What sound does the letter H make? Do you know what sound H makes? Well, the H says, can you do that? Say, yeah, you're not really saying anything with your voice. It's kind of like you're breathing out, saying, And we have a song for that too, don't we? We say, the H says, the H says, every letter makes a sound. The H says, the H says, the H says, every letter makes a sound. The H says, Yeah, so let's take a look at some words that start with that sound. We have some words on our word cards down here. You see this one? This is something that you might want to eat. It is called a hot dog. Let's really stretch that H sound in the beginning. Say, hot dog. There you go. Hot dog starts with the letter H. What else starts with the letter H? Who's this? This is a big animal you might see on a farm. You might have ridden on one. They are called a horse. Do you hear that H sound in the beginning? Horse. Yeah, horse. And this is something that you might wear on your head, and it's called a hat. Hat. Hat starts with the letter H. And we have one more. If you have any babies around your house, or when you were a baby, you might have sat in one of these. It is called a high chair. High chair. Say that with me. High chair. Yeah, you're exactly right. And today, we also have H is for a holiday, a certain holiday called Halloween. You might notice I have some Halloween things around me here too, and we're going to be getting to our Halloween story and some other things in just a few minutes. We have one other word up here that has our letter H, and this one is actually the same one that we did down here. But I want us to play around with this word a little bit. So let's take a closer look at this word. It starts with the H sound and says, ha. The middle sound is an A, which says ah. And the last sound is a T, which says t. So if we sound it out, if we break those sounds apart, it's at. What is that word if we put those sounds back together? Hat. Are you ready to break down that word and put it back together with me? I have my friend here, Lila, the library ladybug, and she loves to break down words and put them back together. And you know how she likes to do it? She likes to tap on my arm. So she's going to tap my arm. If you would like to pause the video and go get a stuffed animal friend of yours to help you, you can do that right now, or you can just take your hand. But what we're going to do here is put one hand out, and then we're going to sound out the word, break it down into each one of its sounds. So the first sound is ha. We tap our shoulder and say ha. Second sound is ah. So we tap our elbow and say ah. And the third sound is t. So we tap our wrist and say t. So it looks like this. At. Then we can slide our hand down our arm and say the whole word. Hat. Ready to take it apart? Let's do it one more time. At. Put it together. Hat. There we go. We've split it apart. We could also do some interesting things with this word here. What if we did some rhyming words? Instead of the on the beginning, what if I change that H to a B? This is something else you might see during Halloween. Bat. Bat. Say bat hat. Bat hat are rhyming words, aren't they? What if we changed the beginning sound again, and this time we make it into a C. So now we have k-at, k-at, cat. Cat, a black cat is something else that goes along with Halloween, isn't it? So we have three rhyming words. We had hat, bat, cat, and those words all rhyme. Now I'm going to have you get your eyes ready because we're going to do our short story here with the letter H's and see how many H's we can find. So I'm going to move up a little bit closer to the computer so that you can see in the camera my story a little better. Here's our little mini story today with our letter H, and we have a little guy here. He is a hamster and his name is Henry. So let's see what Henry's doing in this picture. Henry hops upon his bed. How high can he hop? Higher, higher. Ouch! Oh, he bounced so high, he hopped so high that he hit his head on the ceiling. That must have hurt. Yeah. So, do you think that you can find all of the H's with me? These are a little tricky because they're not all at the beginning of the word. Some of these are actually at the end of the word or middle of the word too. So we're going to have to be really careful. Let's see what we can find here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I counted 18 H's. Did you find the same number of H's or did you find more than me? I know sometimes you find more than me because sometimes I don't see them all. So you have probably better eyes than I do. Are you ready now for our regular story? I have a book for you. So let me put this away and then we will do our story time with our letter H. The title of our story has some good H's in it. The title is Herbert's First Halloween. We have our H for Herbert and our H for Halloween. And it's written by author Cynthia Rylant, illustrated by Stephen Henry. His last name, Henry, has an H in it as well. So here we go. Herbert's First Halloween. Herbert was not sure about Halloween. Herbert's father loved Halloween. He was very excited that this was Herbert's first. Herbert's father showed him an old photograph of when he was a little boy on Halloween. It was hard for Herbert to know if it was actually him under that cowboy hat. There's our hat. Remember that word? That's when I was 3, said Herbert's father. Herbert was not so sure. I didn't want to be spooky, said Herbert's father. I wanted to be a cowboy. Can I be a cowboy? Asked Herbert. Yes, you can, said Herbert's father. Can I be a tiger? Asked Herbert. Yes, said his father. Herbert's father measured Herbert from head to toe. There's his head. What does head start with? Head starts with an H. He measured him for ears. He measured for a tail. He measured him for paws with claws. Herbert asked, "Can I roar?" And the answer was yes. Herbert would roar on Halloween, so he practiced in his closet. Can you roar with Herbert? Make a big roar. Roar. I bet you did a good one, didn't you? Herbert's father carved a Halloween pumpkin. He gave it a big smile because the pumpkin was so happy to be at Herbert's house. Did you hear all those H words? Happy at Herbert's house. They named it Jack and put it on the porch. Can you see the pumpkin? Herbert's father told Herbert about the candy. On Halloween, it's everywhere, said Herbert's father. Everywhere? Asked Herbert. You will need a bucket, said Herbert's father. A bucket? Asked Herbert. A big one, said Herbert's father, while sewing up a very fine tiger tail. On the last day of October, Jack put on his biggest, brightest smile. Remember Jack? There's Jack. And Herbert put on his costume. First the ears, then the tail, then the paws with claws. Herbert took his father's hand. "I am ready," said Herbert, and because he had been practicing, Herbert gave a very fine roar. Let's do that roar again. Ready? Roar! As they walked from house to house, Herbert saw other children in their costumes. Can you see all the kids in their costumes there? Look at the neighborhood. All kinds of kids trick-or-treating on Halloween. The little ghosts said, "Boo!" But Herbert said, "Roar!" And just as Herbert's father had promised, candy was everywhere. Herbert roared many tiger thank yous. Then it was time to go home. "You were a very good tiger," said Herbert's father. "I might be a bear next time," said Herbert. "Bears can be scary," said Herbert's father. "Are you sure?" Herbert gave it some thought. The answer was yes. He doesn't mind being scary, does he? He was sure. And there's Herbert with all his Halloween candy. What kind of costume do you like to be for Halloween? What's your favorite? Very good. You can see I have a hat back here too for Halloween. I could take it off and put it on my head. And what character do I look like when I put this kind of hat on my head? It's a witch hat, isn't it? Yeah, I don't want to be too scary though, so I'll put it back over here. Let's put our book away. We'll do one more song and we are almost done with our letter H, my friends. Let's do a finger play for our song. The song is called Hi Ho on Halloween. So I need you to help me with this, so get your hands ready. So the first thing we're going to do is go around our mouth like this. We're going to be an owl and we're going to say who. It goes like this. The owl says who, the owl says who. Hi ho on Halloween, the owl says who. Good. What else do we see on Halloween? We see ghosts. So let's get our hands like this. The ghost says boo, the ghost says boo. Hi ho on Halloween, the ghost says boo. Let's be a bat. Can you flap your wings like a bat? The bat says eek, the bat says eek. Hi ho on Halloween, the bat says eek. Now let's be a rolling pumpkin. Can you roll your arms? The pumpkin rolls around, the pumpkin rolls around. Hi ho on Halloween, the pumpkin rolls around. And the last one, we're going to be a scarecrow and wave our hands and say, the scarecrow waves goodbye, the scarecrow waves goodbye. Hi ho on Halloween, the scarecrow waves goodbye. So, what was our letter today? Our letter was H, right? What does H say? H says, you got it. So, what was our letter today? What was our letter today? H was our letter today. H was our letter today. What was our letter today? What was our letter today? H was our letter today. H was our letter today. Thank you very much for joining me for the letter H. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and tune in for more episodes of Reading ABCs or check out our YouTube channel for the ones that are already there. Bye.